put it to you like this. Chicago Bulls suck. Straight like this. We are going to talk about this egregious loss to the Detroit Pistons, how we went 6% from three, and we're going to talk about ultimately this trash of an effort that we just saw here and more right after this. I can't believe this. Get the stupid intro off the scene. The Chicago Bulls suck. I'm gonna just put it to you like this again. Listen, the Pistons. Take the stupid hat off. The Pistons. I want y'all to understand. This is not fake. This is real. This is real here. The Pistons were 8-49 rolling into to the United Center today. 8-49. How did they roll out 9-49? I said in a few videos that you have to be like, we're not a great team. Don't get me wrong, but we are good enough to actually be stupid thing. I gotta have this thing on too. Listen, I'm like really upset right now because again, you have to win the games against team. You have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Detroit is a layup. Detroit was a layup. We have to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. We go 6% from three. Mind you, half of the world can't even tell me most of this of the roster on the Detroit Pistons right now. But guess what? They just put up 105 points. And guess what? They also shot from three, nearly 40%. In fact, they had a near 50-40 game to from overall and from three. No, listen, you have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. The Detroit Pistons was supposed to be the team supposed to be. Listen, it's a whole tornado out there. It's a whole windstorm, rainstorm, hailstorm out there. And we're supposed to sit here as Chicagoans and get some good news in the sense of, guess what? The Chicago Bulls played the Detroit Pistons. It's a layup. It wasn't a layup. In fact, Javon Carter had a layup. Guess what he did? He missed it. He was on a break. He got a steal. He was on a break. He missed it. He missed the layup. He missed the layup. Now, listen, bad games happen. I get it. But again, when the pressure is on, when you are in a situation where you are falling in the ranks, you are fringe playoff team, fringe play-in team, you're trying to pick up ground. This is not it. And guess what they gave us? Instead of giving us supreme effort and stuff like that, you know what we got? You know what we got? We got Javon Carter missing wide open layups. We got 6% from three. Mind you, hold on. I want to give them all the credit that they're due. 6.9% from three. They were 2 of 29. I don't even think that's 6%. No, that's 6%. They were 2 of 29 from three. Guess how many games you're going to win like that, Cotton? None. Don't even worry about answering it. You're not going to win games like that. They were 2 of 29. There were some good things, though, if you want to sit there and have this caveat. The veteran showed up, and Kobe White has another bad game. Now, listen, Kobe White, I want people to understand this. Kobe White has had a tremendous breakout moment in this season. But now the pressure is going to be on because can you sustain it? It's a whole different thing. I do think he's going to be able to sustain. I do think he's going to bounce back. I do think he was due for a bad stretch of games. He went to a 14 today. It's a bad game. It's a bad game. If you've paid attention to basketball long enough, you would know that there's good people who actually like, hey, listen, they start getting it rolling, and then eventually they start tapering off a little bit. You start coming down to earth a little bit. You start selling it down. You start to even out a little bit, and then it kind of slowly picks back up, and then you find your average, right? And so right now, I think that's what Kobe White's going through. He had this skyrocketing moment. He was going up, going up, going up. He's coming back down to earth a little bit. He's going to taper off. He's actually going to be your average. Guess what? Kobe White is going to probably end up being around a 19-point a game player, and that's great for him. That's a 10-point leap on his career average or on his season average. I don't know what the impact is going to be on his career yet. I have to go do that math or let ESPN do it for me. I don't care. At this particular point, though, we knew that he was going to have some bad games come up. But you know what we didn't expect or what we shouldn't have had? The rest of these people. The rest of these guys. Here's the thing. Here's the kicker for me. The more and more we get put in these situations where we have to win games, the more and more our roster looks like complete trash. And the more and more Billy Donovan at times looks like he just don't know what's going on. It's not in the moments where we're Like in the games we thought we weren't going to win, we won some of those games. And we actually were making a run. And it looked pretty good. And everybody was riding the Zach Levine, it's all Zach's fault train and stuff like that. Guess what? All y'all go kick rocks. So at this point, you can't tell me that it's Zach's fault we beat Detroit. In fact, Zach seems to always have a good game against Detroit. You have to beat the teams you have to beat. Now, this not for the lack of trying. DeMar had 25. He was 9 of 16. He had a good game. Vooch was 12 of 23, 25 points. I mean, I don't know if I want my big man only getting 25 points on 23 shots. Sounds like a lot of shots. But he also had 10 rebounds as well. He had a good game. Somebody had to take the shots. And if you watch the game, guess what? Yeah, I mean, he took the shots because nobody else hit them. But here's the one thing I was don't get me wrong. Andre Drummond showed out to another double-double. In fact, both of our big men had double-doubles in this game. Drummond was 20 and 11. Vooch was 25 and 10. And yes, Drummond played less minutes, took less shots, put up nearly identical numbers. Something to think about. I'm not saying that he's better than Vooch. I'm just saying that he's a different style of big man, and we may want to lean into that a little bit more if we're gonna have people go shoot 2 for 29. Because you know who won't take threes? Andre Drummond. You know who does take threes? Nikola Vucevic. You know how many threes he missed? 6. You know how many he took? 7. You do the math. You do the math. As a fan, I'm going to say this. This is looking more and more like AK got too cute. He got too cute. This is not it. You have to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And again, if we're going to sit here and do this, we're going to go back and do this whole continuity thing and stuff like that. All right, cool. You run back these same players, but you better fix the guy doggone coaching. Because good talent don't overcome bad coaching. You want to know how I know? Because good talent on a team that was 33 and 17, above 500 record, fired their coach. Philly fired their coach. Toronto fired their coach. Teams in the last couple years is what I'm referencing, not necessarily just this season for those who are going to sit there. No, they didn't. Shut up. When you're trying to strive for greatness, you gotta start checking boxes. Guess what? We ain't checked this coach box yet. I ain't got no AAU team rolling through here. We're in the National Basketball Association, but we're in the big leagues. But get the coach. Get some coaching. This ain't it. This ain't it. Chicago Bears. Bears too. Chicago Bulls suck. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm out of here. Listen, this is egregious. We have another game coming up. We're probably gonna lose that too. We're probably gonna shoot 3 for 29. Call it like 8% or something like that. Because at this point, we may not be a playoff play-in. We may not be anything. We may be right at the bottom with the rest of these people just waiting. Hey, listen, can you say 1, 2, 3 Cancun? Let's make it come fast. Because at this point, Jesus, if you're not gonna beat the team you're supposed to beat, after you got smacked by the Celtics, come on. This was the pick-me-up. Because the schedule don't get easier. What is up? Let's say put in the chat, man. I'm out of here.